Hello, I want to show you how to make this adorable watermelon basket that has two handles on it. Let's get started. You're going to need two crochet hooks. You'll need an L 8.0 millimeter crochet hook, and to finish this basket, and a K 10.5 6.5 millimeter hook. All right, let's get started. We're going to be holding two strands of yarn. I'm making this in bright colors. We're starting with the L crochet hook. Chain 3 and join in a ring, but first we need to make a slip knot. I have a video on how to chain 3 and join in a ring and crochet into that ring. I will link that below. If you're not comfortable with a chain 3 or you are a beginner, you may want to just chain 4. So I'm joining in the ring, wrapping my yarn tail this direction. That's an important step I do want to teach you here. All right, now I'm going to chain 1 and put 11 crochets down in the ring. This is not the hole right here, it's right here underneath that hole. See this bar right here? This is not the hole, that's the slip's knot hole. This is the hole we will put the 11 half double crochets into. So let's get moving on that. Your hook just kind of finds that spot fairly easy. So here's 1, 2, and a half double crochet is yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 on the hook, and then yarn over, pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. So we have 3. Now I need to make 11. So this is 4, 5. All right, my hole is getting a little tight, so I'm going to shove these stitches around. All right, so now we're at 6, 7, shove those stitches a little more, 7. Shove them over to the knot just a little bit. I think I have enough room now to put the rest of those stitches in there. 8, 9, 10. Let me shove it one more time so I can get that 11th stitch in there. 11. All right. Now you have a little bit of a hole right here, but because we crocheted over top of these 2 yarn tails, we're going to give that a jerk here at round 2. Now the most important thing to note is that you have this chain 1 here, but you need to join in the top of this half double crochet. Do you see the V? The top of that half double crochet. This will be the joining stitch. You bypass that chain 1. All beginning chains do not count as a stitch in this pattern. So there we have a circle that is joined with 11 half double crochets. All right, so let's move on to round 2. As I just mentioned, the chains do not count as a stitch. That's chain 1. We're going to put 2 half double crochets in this joining stitch. It's easy if you're a beginner to miss the joining stitch and to just go on to the next stitch, but that will mess up your stitch count and will mess up the balance and give you problems throughout the rest of the pattern. This stiff yarn makes that very hard on this joining stitch. Let me put 2 stitches in the next stitch. The next stitch is right here. And we do that all the way around. We place 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, and at the end of the round we'll have 22 stitches. I'll go off the camera and I will meet you at the end of the round and show you how to join and move on to round 3. I'm at the end of round 2. I need to place 2 stitches in this last stitch right here. This is not a stitch. This is your last stitch. It's important that you count so you know where you are at. So this is the 11th stitch. So this is the 22nd stitch for round 2. Now remember, we bypass this first chain and we join with a slip stitch in the top of that first half double crochet. That's the join. Now we need to chain 1. Again, ignore that. This is round 3 we are beginning, and we place 1 half double crochet in the joining stitch, and it feels a little bit tight, especially if you're using stiff yarn. So we have 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now we place 2 half double crochets right here at this V. It looks like a V to me in the top of this next half double crochet. This is the increase area. An increase is 2 stitches placed in 1 stitch. That increases the amount of stitches you will have around. So we're working with a multiple of 3 stitches in round 3. 1, 2, 3. Round 3 has a base of 11, so we'll have 33 at the end. Let me do one more sequence for you. So this is 1 half double crochet in this stitch and 2 half double crochets in this stitch. I'll go off camera after I do this. I'll go off camera and I'll meet you here at the end of the round. I'll start right here. That will be 1 stitch and then 2 stitches, and we'll have 33 stitches at the end of this round. We are at the end of round 3. We have to make 1 half double crochet and then 2 half double crochets. Let me do that for you. Then we'll move on to round 4 right after we finish these stitches. There's 1 half double crochet and now 2 half double crochets. Bypass the chain 1 right there and join with a slip stitch. That chain 1 is getting smaller. You're going to have to pull it back to look for it. You don't have to look for that, but I just want you to know that that is there. And I'm joining in the top of this first half double crochet. This is the joining stitch. Chain 1 and 1 half double crochet. Remember, we're working with a combination or a sequence of 4 stitches in round 4. So that's 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 half double crochets in this next stitch. This is the increase area. All right, 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's repeat that sequence one more time. 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 2 half double crochets. All right, this is becoming a very nice base. Let's give these a pull. Let's give these yarn tails a pull and close up that hole. And that closes that up very nicely. If you're worried about that coming open, you can work these yarn tails into the bottom and tie them off, and they will keep this little hole closed very nicely. All right, let me go off camera and finish this, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. And then next will be the high back post half double crochet that makes this beautiful little ridge. Okay, we're at the end of the round. We need to place 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1, 1, 2, combination of 4 stitches. Let's do this. All right, join with a slip stitch to the top of that first half double crochet. And now we get to do something a little different, something a little exciting. A lot of people have never heard of this. We're going to be doing a high back post half double crochet. Now, you can see two holes right here. There's a hole and there's a hole. It's an opening, but it is not around the post. This portion of the half double crochet is the post. Most people, when they're making a back post half double crochet, they go in and go around the post. I'm going to want you to go high above the post, just underneath those two V's. All right, so let's make a chain one. This first one is hard to see because it is at the joining stitch, but you can see I'm coming in high at the joining stitch, and I'm going to go around into this hole high, not low on that post, but high on the post. Drop my yarn. There we go. Going through to the back, yarn over, pull through to the front, pull through to the back, and I have 6 loops on the hook because I'm using a double strand, but the 3 working loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Let's do that again where it's a little more visible. All right, yarn over, insert from the back high, around the high post, yarn over, pull through to the back, yarn over, pull through all 3. Let me demonstrate that one more time. Yarn over. If it makes you feel better, you can open up the holes so that you can see them. I'm going to go in from behind hole, go around high to the back through that hole. All right, coming in from the back, going around to the back, yarn over, pull through all 3. There we go. You can get a rhythm to this stitch, just keep high on the post. It's not down low, it's high. All right, let's keep going. Let's do a few more stitches. And you can see there's something that starts happening with this stitch. You have the flat base, and then this turns the stitches up to the sides of the basket. And you can see here it turns the stitches up. Let me go off camera and make a few more of these stitches, and that will give you a better idea of what it's supposed to look like. Okay, you can see we have made several high back post half double crochet stitches, and this is what it looks like on the bottom, and it starts the stitches going up the side of the basket. Let me totally finish this round and I'll come back and share with you what's next. I'm at the end of the round, and you can see we have the nice start of a basket. All right, I have one more high back post half double crochet to make. All right, so this is the last high back post half double crochet, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the beginning of this first high back post half double crochet. All right, I have joined. Now I need to switch to a smaller crochet hook, and you think, well, I could stay with the bigger hook. Yeah, you could, but it's going to splay out a little bit more. This will bring the basket in, and crochet baskets tend to be floppy on the sides anyway, but if you're using a stiff yarn, you can see the little bulge right here. If I hadn't switched, it would be farther out and it wouldn't show the nice shape that it is showing now. So let's switch to the K crochet hook, chain 1, and half double crochet in each stitch around. This is round 6, and we are going to go through round 12. So half double crochet in each stitch around. Let me do 3. I'm going to go off camera. Okay, I'm at the end of the round. I have 2 more stitches to make, one right here and one right here. I'll have 44, and I'll join. And join with a slip stitch. Now I need to get through to round 12. So this is round 6. I need to go through to round 12 before we change yarn color. And we'll change yarn color right here so that it looks like a watermelon rind, and then change the yarn color here. Let me get to where we change the color and the yarn on this basket. Let me get you started. Chain 1, half double crochet in the joining stitch. Don't forget to hit that joining stitch and then 1 half double crochet in each stitch around, and do that until you get to the end of round 12. I'll meet you at the end of round 12. Okay, I'm at the end of round 12. I have 1 more half double crochet to make, and I'm going to drop the main color and pull up the contrasting color of white. So I'll pull up 2 strands of white when I join. So this is the joining stitch, and I'll just pull up those 2 strands. Now pull that down. Now I'll chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch around. We're switching from half double crochet to single crochet. All right, so that's a single crochet stitch in each stitch around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. I should have told you to end off with a red, but I have 1 more single crochet to make, and then I need to pull up the green color when I join with a slip stitch right here. So I'll go ahead and leave a generous tail and just end off the white at this point and drop it out of the way. And then I'll pull up the green at this join. Pull that down. All right, so it's chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch around. So this round is 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and then I'll show you how to place markers so that we know where to make the handles at. Okay, I have 1 more stitch to make, 1 more single crochet, and now I'm going to join with a slip stitch. Now we need to pull up the loop, make that longer so that your work doesn't come undone. We need to put the joining area off to the side, fold it in half, and put a marker right there, right in the center. You can just eyeball it. Okay, that looks like the center to me. Now go straight to the back and place a marker in the center at the back. Now 4 stitches to the right and 4 stitches to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. There's a marker. Do that for the back also. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're going to start single crocheting around, and when I get to the marker, I place a stitch right in this marker. Then I chain 8 and then I place a stitch right in this next marker. Let me show you how that's done. I'll speed up the camera on some of these parts, but here we go. Chain 1, single crochet in each stitch until we get to the marker, and then put a stitch in that marker. Well, we don't put the stitch in the marker, we put the stitch in the marked stitch. There we go. Now chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now put the next single crochet in that marked stitch. Now I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do the exact same thing, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of the round. I have a handle on this side and I have a handle on this side. All right, let me single crochet and join and show you what's next. Join. Now we're going to chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch around and in each chain on the handle. Let me get there real quick. All right, I'm going to put my first stitch right here in this chain, next stitch in the next chain, in the next chain, right here, and then in each single crochet around and in each chain on the opposite side. All right, so I'll meet you at the end of the round, and then we will crochet a reverse single crochet to finish this off. All right, one more stitch to make, one more single crochet, join with a slip stitch to the top of that first single crochet, and now we are going to reverse single crochet, and that is a little finagly, but it's not really that hard. You go back to the last stitch made, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and single crochet. Go backward to the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and a single crochet. This doesn't need to be tight, just make this loose. All right. Let me go a little slower. This is a dark colored yarn. Go backwards, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 working loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. This next stitch is where you will place the next reverse single crochet. And obviously it's a reverse single crochet because you're going backward. All right. I will do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of the round. I have one more reverse single crochet to make. I kind of give it a little pull and pull through. Now I need to join with a slip stitch. I'm going to join right here. I want to make sure you see where I'm going to join, right here. a little finagly. All right, there's the slip stitch and end off. And I like to wrap my yarn tail to the back and then weave it in. All right. Now, if you want, you can add bows. You can add little watermelon seeds. I have a video tutorial for that, and I will soon show you how to make a hard liner for this. I have some adorable fabric, little lime green polka dot fabric that will be so cute for this. So that's coming up next. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Oh, by the way, I have designed watermelon washcloths, dishcloths. They have a little hanging loop. You could toss those down in a basket and give them as a gift. And I've also designed a watermelon scrubby. Aren't these adorable? Now, the seeds on these dishcloths are the scrubby yarn, and I really like that. But what a cute idea. And then if you put a liner in it, it would hold K-cups, it would hold cute little things in the kitchen. Have your little dishcloths and scrubbies in the kitchen as well, hanging from the faucet or hanging from your fridge. What a cute thing to add to your kitchen. All right, well, it was good to have you on my side of the mountain. I hope you'll come again soon. Bye.